This is an official Goddess Productions remix. What's up, everybody? This is Bree from Young, Saved, and Free, and I'm back with this week's Tuesday Talk. And I'm so excited to be back. It's been a couple of weeks. I know, y'all, I said before I was coming back, and then I left again because it was a lot going on. I don't know what else to tell you, but it was a lot going on. And as you can see, I'm not in my normal location at my auntie's house because I moved. Yay! I'm so excited that I moved. I'm in my own place and I love it. I absolutely love it. I'm back in Tallahassee and I'm here for it. I'm here for all of it. Like, if y'all don't know anything else about me, I love Tallahassee. Tallahassee loves me back, and yes, life is great right now. So for everybody that's new here, welcome to my channel. My name is Brianna. I am the founder and creator of Young, Saved, and Free. And for everybody that's been watching me for a while, welcome back. I'm so sorry for the break, but you know, it was well worth it. And yeah, so I guess we're gonna go ahead and get started. And before we even get into it, I know my knees look a little high. I just got the legs to my couch in the mail today, so we're gonna get this fixed today, okay? But yeah, we'll go ahead and get into this week's Tuesday Talk, and we're gonna be talking about all this foolishness that's going on with this Cardi B and Meg Thee Stallion song that everybody is all up in arms about. Got their panties in a bunch if they're wearing any. Like, everybody feels some type of way about the song, and I don't understand it. Well, first of all, first things first, I am not a stan of the song. I think the video looks absolutely amazing. I shout out to them for having the actual choreography, the actual, like, the whole look of the video was extravagant. Everything was very well done, and shout out to their artistic director because they did that. I don't know who came up with the concept for it, but it was like, it was great, right? And I have so many things that I feel in this moment about this, because it's the reason why I decided to say something about it now is because it's just too much going on. Like, everybody got an opinion about it, and it's like, well, why do you care? If you don't like it, you don't have to like it. That's fine. It's not everybody's cup of tea. But I think for specifically my generation, I'm 28 now. My birthday was Thursday, and I turned 28. So growing up, I was born in 1992, in the midst of the Freaknik era, like Freaknik, Uncle Luke, 69 Boys. You know, I was born in that era. And then I grew up listening to Trina, the Trick Daddy, Lil' Kim, Pretty Ricky, Plies. So it's like, I don't feel any type of way about the song, but it's like people in my generation that have now become so woke, right? Sorry, the tag on this pillow is about to drive me nuts. The people that are so woke right now that are my age, they're like, oh my God, you wouldn't let your daughter listen to that, and you wouldn't want your niece to sing in that song, and this, that. And I mean, I get that, but at the same time, let's put this into perspective. Me and Cardi B are the same age. Meg Thee Stallion is a couple years younger than me. We all in the same age group. We grown. We do what we want to do, okay? The issue with my niece possibly singing that song, she ain't grown. She know that. She not grown. So, and I mean, even still, like I said, I grew up I was the biggest Lil' Kim fan at 9 years old. There's no reason that I should have been a Lil' Kim fan at all. Like, when I tell you to this day, The Jump Off is one of my favorite songs. Like, when I say one of my favorite songs, I still know the whole song word for word, get excited when it come on. And I knew what it meant when it came out. Like, are y'all crazy? Do you think kids don't know what's going on? Like, and it's not, when Lil' Kim made that song, she didn't necessarily make it for people that were like me at the time. I was 9 years old in 4th grade, about to go to 5th grade. Like, she wasn't thinking about me when she made that song. And I think what people fail to realize, especially people who are entrepreneurs out here in these streets, everybody should know you have a target audience, right? So I have a business. I have a social media management business. My target audience is small business owners, like specifically minority business owners. I want to work with black people. I love black people. I'm black people. Like, I want to work. I want to help people that are like me, that are minorities, that are small business owners, that are trying to upscale their business. Right? That's what I want to do. Lil' Kim is not for every woman. Cardi B is not for every woman. Meg Thee Stallion is not for every woman. Like, that's just what it is. But people feel like because they made the song and then anybody can hear the song that it's all meant for everybody, and that's not the case. It's just not what it is. And I think where people get this misunderstanding, it's really unfortunate because they coming at them for something that they didn't even do. Like, it's not that they were saying anything offensive to women. Like, if that's not your thing, that's not your thing, baby. It ain't gotta be your thing. Like, and it was funny because I saw two of these girls that I know from college kind of go back and forth on social media about it. And to be honest, I'm one of the girls I was very close friends with my freshman year, all the way up until like maybe mid senior year. And when I'm on her side, honestly, because the other girl felt like she was like, I'm so sick of the pop yo stuff, blah 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 songs, and we've had enough of that. And why can't we hear more black queen stuff? Listen, the Bible says in Ecclesiastes, was it Ecclesiastes 4? I believe. Hold on. I'm gonna tell y'all what scripture it is, because y'all, if y'all know me, y'all know where I'm going with this, right? Ecclesiastes 3, excuse me. For everything there is a reason and a time for every activity under heaven. A time to be born and a time to die, a time to plant, a time to harvest, a time to kill, and a time to heal, a time to tear down, and a time to build up, a time to cry, and a time to laugh, a time to grieve, and a time to dance, a time to scatter stones, and a time to gather stones, a time to embrace, a time to turn away, a time to search, and a time to quit searching, a time to keep, and a time to throw away, a time to tear, and a time to mend, a time to be quiet, and a time to speak, a time to love, and a time to hate, a time for war, and a time for peace. For everything there's a season. Listen, there's a time for being a black queen, and yes, queen, and don't let nobody drop your crown, make you drop your crown. Just God, honey. Like, it's time for all of that. There's a time for all of that. But here's the thing, right? I'm a music lover. I love everything music, creative arts, all of that. I don't want to hear no black queen craziness in the club. I'm sorry. I don't want to hear it. Like, I don't. Does that make me any less of a queen? No. That's like saying you're only a Christian if you only listen to gospel music. No. That's not. That's not the case. If that's the case, I'm not a Christian either. But it's just, I think people get too consumed with the stay woke and Africa is home, it's the motherland. Like, I get it. But if you don't like it, don't listen to it. Like, it's just that simple. If you don't like it, don't listen to it. It's not for everybody. And it's crazy that she said that it's been enough songs about, popping stuff. I don't want to say that, the P word, and all that. She said, and I'm like, but do you realize people have been making songs about this for decades? Like, is it a problem because there's females doing it? Is that what the issue is? Because the Nicki Minaj's, the Lil' Kim's, the Foxy Browns, the Trinas, they all went against the grain. Like, Queen Latifah was, she was more female empowerment, but I don't want to hear that in the club. Like, I'm sorry. Like, and that's just the thing. Like, it's all about balance. Like, everybody has a time when they want to be ratchet. That don't mean I want to be ratchet all the time. Like, what? And so even, when it comes to the content of the song, people were so upset. And I'm like, why? Because that's what they choose to do? Like, And people are all upset about this Cardi B line, don't cook, don't clean, but I still got a ring. It's true. She don't do any of that, but she still got married. I mean, when they get old and gray, I don't know what her husband's gonna say, but for right now, she's married. It's the truth. I mean, that's her truth. You mad at her for her truth? For what? And even when it comes to sexual endeavors and encounters, if you're not into it, why knock somebody that is? That's everybody has their own preferences, and I'm not gonna get into my sex life because that's like opening Pandora's box, okay? We're just not gonna do that today. But just because you may be more conservative than the next person does not mean that you're better than them at all. And I mean, honestly, that means they're just more of a risk taker. Why are you so afraid to do things? I don't understand that. But you can't knock somebody for trying something that you would not. What was the purpose in that? Why would you do that? Why do you feel like that was necessary? Why do you, I have so many questions on why people feel like they need to police what other people do with their bodies. You cannot police that. That they are grown. They can make their own grown decisions and do what they want to do with what they have. Not with what you have. They're not doing anything to you. They're doing what they want to do to themselves. Let them get through that process. And I mean, I'm just going to be real frank and honest. And if you don't like it, you can click off this video. But everybody goes through a whole phase, okay? Whether it's in public or in private, everybody goes through it, okay? It just so happens. And just it's like people think that Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi are hoes for saying the things that they're saying, for exploring their sexuality. But it's are they a hoe because they're adventurous with their sexuality? Who said they had to do that with multiple people? They could do that with their husband. Well, Cardi could do that with her husband. Megan can do that with whoever. It doesn't necessarily mean that she got 8, 9, 10 partners that she's doing this with. She never said that. But you all assume that. And so it's people just there's so much more to you than sex. Yeah, there is. But that doesn't negate the fact that my sexuality is still part of who I am. Because, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm going to be real. Should I say that? I don't know if I should say this or not, but whoever my husband is, wherever he may be, he don't get this work, okay? That doesn't take away anything from me. It's still part of who I am. I'm still in the type. I'm very educated. I love to cook. I clean. I love to decorate. There's people beeping horns outside my window. I don't really know what's going on because there's no parking lot this way. The parking lot is on that side. But the horns are coming from this side. I don't know, but, it doesn't, I cook, I clean, I love to dance, I love art. I love to travel. I love all those things. Those are all parts of me. But I also have a very deep sexuality. That's just what it is. It doesn't take anything away from anything else in my life. It's just part of who I am. And I think people don't understand that just because you don't explore your sexuality does not mean that it does not exist. It doesn't make you a bad person because you have these kind of desires, or unless it's children or something. Because if it's children, then I got a problem. That's nasty. No. It's just very interesting to me to see people get so upset about it. Just because, and even if I explore my sexuality, does not mean I'm being disrespectful to myself, or that I hate myself, or I don't love myself enough. That's not what that means at all. It means that I am brave enough to explore the parts of me that people say I shouldn't. Right? Now, another thing that I want to talk about regarding this subject is something that Cardi B said. She was very, very, very upset that people were so upset about the song. And it's and she made a very good point. She said, when she made Be Careful, which was not a sexual song at all, people were so upset about it. It was I hate it. no. The overwhelming majority of people did not like the song. I love the song personally. Like I feel like when I be about ready to kill my boo thing in my head, like he's not really my boo thing, but he knows who he is. Okay, he knows who he is. When I be ready to kill him, that song is going through my head. Be careful with me. Do you know what you're doing? Like, it goes through my head. But a lot of people did not like that song because that was not the typical Cardi. But the thing is with the music business, and I don't think people understand that the artists, they have control, but they don't have control. Because if it doesn't sell, then they're going to get dropped by the label. Like, they're kind of stuck. Like, yeah, you can make the song, but is it going to smack? Or is it going to flop? Because we need to make money. That's the bottom line with the music. If it don't make dollars, it don't make sense. Like, and so like when you have artists who are not overly sexual, they don't do as well as others. Like artists like J. Cole and Wale, they don't do well. Like when some of their greatest hits are sexually based songs. Like one of my favorite mainstream songs by Wale is Bad. I will always love that song for when it came out. That song is very sexual, but if you ask anybody else, like, about what their favorite Wale song is, they can't name anything that's not Lotus Flower Bomb, Bad, No Hands, like, even though technically that's I don't really know who that song belongs to specifically because that was on a lot of different projects. But, you know, they just don't, they don't gravitate towards things that are not sexual. So yes, they're going to have sexually based things. That's part of the problem. That the music people, the record label execs, they're all forcing this sexual innuendo, like the sexual agenda. They're forcing it. And it's like, if it doesn't go with that, people just don't go with it because it's everywhere. Sex sells. Like, people have been saying that for years. Sex sells. Why do you think Nicki Minaj is, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? Her artist development was very sexual. Everything about her was sexual when she first came out, even with her mixtapes. But she was not necessarily just extremely sexual like that. It wasn't like her songs were not, her photos that were taken were very, very sexual, but her actual content was not that sexual. Like, there were songs that were, you know, like Itty Bitty Piggy, which is very sexual, but not every song that she made was like that. It just wasn't like that all the time. And I don't think people understood that. That's why I can stand by the fact that, yeah, she's a great rapper. She don't have to rap about sex all the time. But, you know, that's what sells, so she does it. So, and it's so funny to me that if it's not something that can be seen as negative, it just doesn't sell. Violence, lying, stealing, flexing, it's just not, it doesn't sell the way that everything else does. And I don't know why that's the case, but, you know, maybe we should do something about that. If you don't like it, do something. That's just it, point blank period. You don't like something about something, do something about it. It's real simple, but people make it like it's the most difficult thing in the world. But, you know, I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know. I'm just talking right now at this point because I don't know what people want. Like, it's like you say, oh, we want to be a black queen and we want to be respected, but then when somebody makes a song that's like that, you don't listen to it, you don't support it, you don't do anything like that. But anything that's money, bees, and hoes, that's all the nigga knows, we support it. We go crazy over it. And I don't get it. But that's all that I have for y'all. So be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye!